Another one on the feeder float. Absolutely fantastic. We've literally had 3 casts, 3 fish, fed for a bit, and it's one after another. So we'll get this little chap back, and then we'll show you how to get the best of it and catch some more. Okay, so tip 1, when you get your pellet from the fishery, most places want you to use fishery pellets. I totally get it, but one thing you can do is oil it up. So I've got my pellet from the fishery here. I've put Sonia Baits Absolute Oil, fish oil on it. It just gets the attraction working and gets those fish up to the feeder a little bit quicker. Another one on the surface feeder. It's absolutely manic out there now. Fish feeding all over the joint. The minute it hits the water, they're on it. That was on the short hook link, just sitting right next to the bottom of the feeder. Cracking sport. Okay, tip 2. Micro to 4mm pellets. Don't go over 4mm pellets. So you can have micro, 1mm, 2mm and 4mm. But don't go over that, else they won't come out the feeder. So keep your pellets small and you'll have much more success with this method. Absolutely unbelievable action in it. Yep. There's the result. Okay, tip 3. Once you've got your feeder on, you're putting your pellets in, cast it to the same place regularly. Mark your line, keep casting regularly, and also give it a twitch. So when it first starts going in, keep twitching it. I fed for about 20 minutes with one of these today, casting probably every 45 seconds for 20 minutes before the fish started nosing the feeder. Once I'd got them up and they started nosing the feeder, then you can catch them one after another. How's that? Okay, tip 4, varied hook length and varied hook bait. So I'm starting off with a hook length probably 15 inches long, and I'm starting off with a banded wafter. That goes down nice and slowly through the water. As those fish are a little bit more nervous and they're not coming right up to the feeder and knocking it, the pellets that are dropping down through the water each time you twitch it, that hook length's dropping down nice and slow with that bait on because it's a wafter. So I start with that, that gets me bite straight away. After that, I keep shortening up the hook length till I'm right next to the feeder, literally a few inches long hook length. And then I go to one of our expander pellets or an actual pellet out of the bag. Fished on the band just the same, but once they're on the feeder and they're knocking that feeder, I do like an actual pellet because that gets your bite even quicker. Tip 5 and my last tip is always use an anti-tangle sleeve on your hook link when you're using one of these feeders. I use the longer one on a longer hook link, and then I cut that one down slightly for the shorter hook link. But what this does is it A, stops the line coming back over itself as you cast, and B, it just puts the hook bait slightly away from the feeder. That means the hook isn't catching in the bottom of the feeder. I've tried it without, and sometimes it catches under the feeder or it loops back over when you cast. Then you'll be sitting there, the fish will be hitting it, and you'll be thinking, why haven't I got a bite? So use anti-tangle sleeve each time just to kick it away, and you'll get far more bites. Okay, so we're about to wrap it up now, and another beautiful little common fell to the floating feeder. It really has been absolutely amazing today. Fed for a while to start with, and then it's just been one fish after another. You know, it's not the newest invention on the planet, but it's something we've made a little different to everybody else. We've brought it out. I've shown you today how to catch some carp on it. Get out and have a play with one. Get yourself one and go out and have a play. It's absolutely fantastic. And if your fishery doesn't allow floating baits, it's the perfect way to catch them up in the water, especially on these commercial fisheries. So give it a go. Later on in the year, we'll take it out, we'll take it on the river, and we'll go and play with some maggots and see what we can catch then. But for now, have a go with the pellet and catch yourself some fine carp like this.